Hey everybody, I'm Ellie Mae here with you today on this beautiful Thursday. Today we are sort of still asking about immigration, and I am not joined with Shannon, but you're stuck with just me. So today our question is, should Democrats and Republicans work together on an immigration bill? And this is a question that you can answer, or you can answer just sort of your feelings on immigration in general and what you think should be done and what you think about the executive order that Trump signed and what you think about what's going on at the border. Kathy says hello already. Hello, Kathy. Thanks for joining me. So I'm going to give you a little update. So conservative immigrant. So there's two bills. There's a conservative bill and a moderate bill. And the conservative immigration bill has already failed in the House, but a vote on the moderate bill has been delayed. So again, there are two bills that we are going to be talking about, and we'll talk about the differences in those in just a second. Kelly says they'll work together to get him out of office. Yeah, with some of the Republicans, I wouldn't doubt it. So President Trump on Wednesday signed an executive order to allow children to stay with parents caught crossing the border illegally, moving to stop the family separations that have triggered a national outcry. In signing the measure, Trump said he wanted to keep families together while also enforcing border security. He vowed his administration's zero-tolerance policy for illegal immigration will continue. Because of a 1997 order and related decisions, children cannot be detained for longer than 20 days with the adults. But let's take a quick step back from that really quick. Melania Trump made a surprise visit at the border today. She was the first one of Trump's inner circle to sort of see what's going on down there. And she actually, on the plane out of Maryland, she wore this jacket that is causing some raised eyebrows. It says on the back, "I really don't care to you." So people are thinking that's a little tone deaf, but I was talking to my mom about it, and she was pointing out the fact that Peter Fonda just threatened Barron Trump by saying, threatening messages about ripping Barron from the arms of Melania and putting him in a cage with pedophiles. So we're kind of wondering, is that a message to Peter Fonda? Because, Melania is kind of, she makes some savage remarks. If you guys remember her pink blouse back during one of the debates, she's kind of a troll like that. So we will see. So yeah. And speaking of the pedophile situation, Chris Cabrera, the Border Patrol spokesperson, was talking about how that is a big problem at the border with kids being trafficked. And so that is something to keep in mind. And if you want to watch that interview with Chris Cabrera, check it out on CNN. It is very enlightening and very sad. So the First Lady also wore a different pale yellow jacket when the plane landed. So it's not like she wore that in Texas. And she went to Upbring New Hope Children's Center, which houses 55 migrant children. Melania becomes the first member of the president's inner circle to personally witness a situation that has captured the country's attention. The First Lady stopped to visit with children in 3 separate classrooms during her tour. So let's get back to the legality of all of what's going on. So Republicans' efforts to overhaul immigration may be in trouble. A vote on the more conservative of 2 GOP proposed bills failed on the House floor Thursday, just earlier today, and the vote on the more moderate bill was delayed until Friday, as I mentioned in the beginning. While both bills were originated by Republicans, one is considered more conservative and the other is more moderate, or so-called a compromise bill. President Trump has said he expressed his support for both pieces of legislation. In a press conference on Thursday, Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi called the compromise bill, the moderate bill, a compromise with the devil. And $1,000 to her is crumbs. Let's not forget whose mouth this is coming from. It's not a compromise, Pelosi said. It may be a compromise with the devil, but it's not a compromise with the Democrats in terms of what they have in their bill. Their bills are anti-family, perpetuate child detention, undermine existing protections, cut off many people who have been waiting lawfully to enter the country. So she's saying a lot there. Let's kind of unpack that. There are two differences between these two bills. And one second. So when it comes to family separation, the conservative bill allows children to be detained with their parents in DHS custody for longer than 20 days. And then the compromise bill goes a step further and allows children to be detained with their parents and mandating that DHS houses families who are going through criminal proceedings for first-time border crossings rather than turn them over to the Justice Department, as is current policy. The compromise bill would also provide funding for the detention centers. On DACA, the conservative bill allows the current recipients of DACA to apply for a 3-year renewable legal status, allowing them to work and travel overseas. DACA recipients must use existing pathways to get green cards. Now that's on the conservative bill. The compromise moderate bill allow those who qualified for DACA under the 2012 standards to apply for a 6-year indefinitely renewable legal status. They can also apply for the merit-based visa program without going to their home country first. Now, when it comes to visas, the conservative bill eliminates the diversity lottery in family visas for relatives other than spouses and minor children. It would also increase visas for skilled workers. The compromise moderate bill creates a new merit-based green card system with points for education, employment, English proficiency, and military service by eliminating the diversity lottery and family visas for married children of U.S. citizens and for siblings of adult U.S. citizens. Now to border security. This is the last thing we're going to talk about with the differences of the bills. The conservative bill authorizes construction of the border wall, technology, and other infrastructure. It also adds 5,000 Border Patrol agents and 5,000 Custom and Border Protection officers and a biometric entry-exit system. The compromise moderate bill appropriates $25 billion in advance for border security, funding the wall, access and roads, and also includes the addition of a biometric entry-exit system. I think I should have looked. I think the conservative bill is the Ted Cruz one. I'm not sure. But the moderate one, or it said it was written by Republican leadership, so I don't know if Paul Ryan was a part of that or what. But the conservative bill was authored by retiring Republican Bob Goodlatte or something. And the compromise comes from Republican leadership. My mistake. I'm so sorry. So do you think it's possible that they can work together and come up with a compromise? I certainly don't, if Nancy Pelosi thinks any of that has to do with making a deal with the devil. I think she's highly misdirected in what a deal with the devil would really look like. Again, Melania made a surprise visit at the border. She met with the kids, spoke to them, sometimes had a translator help. And I will read some of your comments now because they are flying in. They can't work together because Republicans rather cause this inhumane treatment of immigrants. The separating of families is increasing under Trump, but this cage thing has been going on since Obama. This is taken in 2014. So this isn't a new thing, and it is horrible. Regardless, nobody should support caging human beings. Like, that's weird, actually. So let's see. The wall issue is what is keeping people from working together. The majority of Americans don't want to dish out $25 billion to build a wall and won't keep people out. What we need is sufficient security at the border. So Barbara, if you don't think a wall is sufficient security and you do believe in border security, what do you want to see happen at the border? Do you want to see more agents? Do you want to see drones? What does that look like to you? I should have brought up my picture of the wall prototypes. Sorry if I glitched out. Maybe you can hear me now. I hope you can. I'm just going to keep going. Sorry if you couldn't hear me. But yeah, I had a picture of the wall prototypes, and that's always interesting to look at. And the wall was a big campaign promise, and we haven't seen that really go through yet, but it didn't seem like that slowed down Trump supporters in Duluth if you saw his rally last night. Let's see. I agree they should work together, but funny Republicans seem to have excluded them on other things, but this isn't a party issue, it's an American issue. That is a very good comment. I disagree that Republicans have excluded Democrats. Honestly, as a conservative myself, I see a lot of it going the other way. Moderate Republicans actually have no spine, and they always compromise with Democrats. You see like 4 conservatives who stand their ground, but Democrats are sort of, in my viewpoint, are pulling everyone left. And it is an American issue. I agree that it is an American issue. But maybe you meant something else by Republicans exclude them on other things. If you did, comment and I will read it. I do not trust the liars. Let him pay for the wall. He stole all the money. Interesting. I don't think that's... No, I know that's not true. Trump isn't stealing money from everyone or whatever. Actually, taxation is sometimes considered stealing. So anyway, I could go on that. But Republicans are for less taxes. I'm just kidding. Okay, yes, I'm not kidding, but that was kind of a weird pivot. Let's see. I hate to remind you, but didn't Trump run on Mexico will pay for the wall? Yes. Very, very good point that he will not live down, I'm sure. And I wonder if that will hurt him and Republicans in the midterms. I actually don't think it will after seeing Duluth. But Elise, to our Elsie, says to our question, that would be so wonderful that Democrats and Republicans would work together. Yes, it would. And again, Nancy Pelosi thinks working with Republicans is working with the devil, which is weird and really ignorant and stupid. But anyway, so I think I will wrap it up. But again, Melania made a quick visit, or not quick visit, but she made a visit to the border. Trump is supporting both conservative and moderate bills, and they are actually pretty decent bills. They keep families together. They enforce our laws still. And, you know, all past presidents and past Democrat leadership believed in enforcing these laws as well. Hillary Clinton even believed in enforcing immigration laws. So it is strange when you see Democrats completely change their mind about simple border security. I get the whole kid thing. Of course, I get that. But when you completely act like you never supported having a border, it's a bit strange. So anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Not with Shannon, but I think guest host Kwaku. So we will see you tomorrow. Enjoy your Thursday. It's almost Friday. Have a good one, everyone.